number one prepper item you should be preparing for that costs you nothing. Nothing at all. And believe it or not, you can end this video right now as soon as I tell you what it is. And that's water. Water is the number one item that you should prep right off the bat before anything else. Before food, before knives, before anything. Water. You could only live 3 days without water. If you are going to sit there and have to hunker down in your home and you have to sit there for 2 weeks, you need water. And that's all there is to it. You can turn around and be 400 pounds and drink water for a month and not die. I have a link up there showing you that. Go check that out. But water is key. Everybody runs out and buys the fancy gadgets. The knife, the pots, the pans, the stove, the this, the that, the rice, the beans. Wasting your time. How are you going to cook that rice without water? How are you going to cook those beans without water? And you know, I even see websites like the CDC will say, you need at least 1 gallon or 2 gallons or 3 gallons per person. Again, bullshit. Do you have any idea how much water you use a day? Go flush your toilet and find out. Do you want to continue to flush your toilet? Or do you plan to dig a hole out in the back? Do you have a shovel to do that with? I mean, it doesn't make any sense when people say 1 gallon of water. You need to figure out your water consumption. So let's say I'm a cheap prepper and I'm going to try and save some money and I'm going to buy rice and beans because that stuff is cheap and that's going to keep me alive. All right, well, you have to consider how much water I'm going to need to cook those items. Am I going to eat 2 times a day? Am I going to eat 3 times a day? And how are you going to cook those items? Now, there are tricks where you can cook some of that stuff in a thermos and save on water. But you got to do the research and figure it out. I mean, for somebody to sit back and say, well, I got a family of 4 and 2, and then all of a sudden another kid comes along. I mean, it's always changing. You know, have you ever tried to eat rice or beans for 2 weeks straight and eat nothing else? Trust me, by the 4th day, you will not be eating that big plate of rice. That rice will go right down to a little tiny bit, and you'll be like, oh, I don't want that again. But you're only eating it because your belly's hungry. And that's it. So a little variety is kind of nice. But one thing's for sure, if you don't put enough water away and you got 20 pails of rice and 20 pails of beans, what are you going to do? Sit there and throw a handful of rice in your mouth and suck on it like friggin' gum? Water, period, is your number one prep item. I don't care what anybody says. Water, water, water. You live 3 days without it, and you need it. You can drink it from the back of the toilet. You can drink it from your hot water heater. You can get water for in different places for a little while, but once it's gone, you'd be surprised what you're going to do now. You can't very well walk out in the street if there's a virus attack and people are falling dead everywhere, and you're going to try and go 2-3 houses down to see if they got water. You might end up having to walk over diseased bodies, and now you can't go back home. You're going to kill your family. All because you were too stupid to put some water in containers and put it away. It's really, and water's free. I mean, with all the soda bottles and everything you buy, it's ridiculous why you're not putting water away. It's not glamorous like a new knife, but you need it. So if you're going to put away so much rice and so much beans, go check your pails and say, okay, how much water I need for this? How much water I need for cleaning my hands? How much water I need for cleaning my face? Because a clean face and clean hands is very important in a viral outbreak. You want to keep yourself clean as possible. And I don't think a lot of people are considering that. So, number one item for prepping in any situation is water. Catch you guys later.